Hello. Recently, I've been getting a lot of messages when I've been on stream about one main thing, which is
how are your anti-airs so good?
I'm getting that message all the time. They're like,
dude, how do you anti-air everything?
And honestly, usually when I answer on stream, I'm just like, I don't know. But on a real note, I genuinely do think they are one of the most important things when it comes to honing in on your defense and becoming much stronger of a player overall. A lot of people, when they fight low-ranked players and they get stuck because they don't know how to deal with aggressive, offensive ass, low-ranked players that are just running in and they don't care, the entire time. So I would say I think defense is almost more important sometimes than offense in these situations. And oh my god, that's like
the title I just made for my last video.
So what I wanted to do today is to show you guys a drill, which is probably already on the internet, but I wanted to show you guys the one that I specifically like to do that helped me hone my defense and stuff like that, because for a minute I was struggling with it as well. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're just going to go straight to practice here. Okay, so now that we're in training mode, basically all we're going to have to do is set up a few different things. We're basically just going to go through and set up a recording and some replays and stuff like that for a few different options that we want to cover. First of all, the first option that we want to cover, obviously, is anti-airs, like we just mentioned. But of course, if you want to, just tell a computer player to just jump in every time and you're ready for it, I mean, this can help you, I guess, get used to seeing the jump animation. I think if you're genuinely starting off and you can't even do the DP, anytime, ever, then I think this might be worth trying every once in a while. Just putting this on for a little bit and kind of starting with this. And once you feel like, okay, I can do this pretty consistently, I just can't do it in a match, that's when we'll start getting to the actual drill. So what you should do here is you're going to want to record a few different things here. To start, we're going to go over here to our recording, and we're going to make sure that the first one here is just him walking back and forth a little bit, and we'll stop there. And then we'll go straight into the next one, where I'm going to have Ken here jump in and press a normal. All right. Now when we go to replay, he can cycle through these options. He'll kind of walk through, walk around. Okay, so now we know he's going to jump there. But of course, if all he's going to do is walk back and forth and jump, then you're just going to be ready for it. You're just waiting for it. If you actually want to feel what it feels like in a match, you need to set a few different options. For instance, maybe he drive rushes at you, right? So you could set that. You can set maybe a fireball. These are all the most common options that people are going to be using in neutral. So now that you have all these set up, when you play, now you can practice your options on reaction. Oh, see, I got hit by that. Right? Ooh! Okay, we're waiting. We're waiting. He wants to. Oh, we're chilling. We're chilling. And yes. Yeah, and that's basically about it. I think the next thing we can talk about, honestly, is just the fact that I think a lot of people have seen drill videos and they'll just kind of be like, I don't want to do this. It's kind of boring, I want to get good at the game, but it's also a video game. I don't want to put that much time into doing this boring crap. I think really the trick is, because I'm also pretty lazy myself, I had to find ways to make it work for myself, and that was to play music in the background or watch a video. I think multitasking would be a little bit hard because you do want to focus in on the opponent, but I do think you can definitely listen to something, if that's a book or something. I would say your best bet here is just to listen to some music you like and just chill in the training room and just do this every once in a while before you start a session on ranked for 20-30 minutes, or really however long you need. But I did this for a while and it started improving my defense insane. I started doing this for a while and it genuinely started improving my defense much more than it was before. a lot of my habits and stuff like that from when I started this game. I will say I think early on I did have pretty decent anti-airs, but that was mainly because my mental stack was so light. I genuinely had not much going on in my brain in this game because I wasn't aware of most of the systems. So all I was thinking about was what I already knew how to do, which was do the Z input. So, you know, I had pretty average anti-airs, but I wasn't able to adjust when people would do different options other than jumping in on me, throwing fireballs and stuff like that. So doing something like this will really help you give an idea of where you're struggling, because I did that and I feel like, you know, if you do that, you set that up and you feel like you can't do at least react to everything like 5 times in a row, then yeah, you definitely probably need to work on it, because it's honestly one of the most important things. And lastly, I'll just finish with the fact that this genuinely is one of the most important aspects of this game. I know a lot of people make videos about it, but I also get a lot of comments talking about how people have no idea where to start. You know, like, I think this information is definitely out there, but I think people just aren't even aware of what a drill is sometimes, that like they're not even sure of where to look and what to look up. So but yeah, that's the reason I wanted to make this, is at least for my audience mainly. I'm sure this video might get pushed out a little bit more as well, but I have got a lot of comments about this and I wanted to make sure that, you know, we had something to help them out as well. But yeah, definitely just practice this around for a little bit and get confident. The other useful thing about this is the fact that this is a good way to practice what your common options you like to do off of all this stuff are. So for instance, like if you know that you're struggling a little bit with like punishing maybe after like a drive rush or something like that, you can get some practice on what maybe your punish you can go for is in the future. So for instance, like if you're just always spinning far, you can maybe optimize it a little bit more. This is a really good way to get practice with like perfect parries on fireballs as well. But yeah, I'd pick a standard like Shoto character like Ken or somebody like that, like an all-rounder character that has like a little bit of everything, and then that way you can at least like throw out all these different options. And the cool thing about this drill is that if there's specific options that you're struggling with, like for instance, like if it's a different character that doesn't have a fireball, like if it's Bison with a Psycho Crusher or something like that, you can throw that into the mix as well. And you can start throwing in like maybe some of his options that you're getting a little stuck behind. Or even Honda's like Butt Slam with his headbutt. That's what I did. Last time I was playing in a bracket and I had to fight a Honda, I just sat there for a few minutes and I just labbed like all these different options and threw them out in a recording. All the options that I at least thought he was going to do in a match. And then I just cycled through them, basically. But yeah, that's basically going to be it for today. This is a real short one, but I just wanted to get this drill out here for anybody of my viewers or anybody out there that just needs help understanding how to work on their defense. Very simple, straightforward video. I really do think there's probably the same video out there as well, but I just wanted to make sure I got one out there as well, just in case for my viewers who haven't seen that. So yes, that's it. I'm out of here. Peace.